I might as well refresh myself and start in this appearance first. Greetings everyone, one and all. I'm Menos, welcome to my Madhouse. This is the 8th volume of Sanity Check. Today we're on one segment. I basically just to tell you guys how I'm doing and what I've been checking out. And the second part is me recanting a lot of tomfoolery. All tomfoolery that I found from the past month. And this month is and this time is especially very huge. Counting a certain segment, we have 20 topics there. I might as well make this the best of it since this is the last Sanity Check of the year. Unless something dumb enough happens where I have to put it as an EX episode instead of an entry on the 12 Days of Lunacy. That's in case the disaster was either super serious or the disaster wasn't wacky enough. And I don't have no shortage of anything at all because thankfully I've already filled in what topics are going to be for the 12 Days of Lunacy by the time. And a good number of them are brand new, while some of them are the best of Sanity Check. The best in either most fun or most mind-numbing. For this volume, all of this is for stuff that wasn't wacky enough or did not make it to the 12 Days of Lunacy. Ended up either becoming the most wackiest or most fitting. With all that said and done, gonna need to consult to my list. It's my list. Oh, there it is. There's my list. So now I've gone to this. Oh, yeah, good. I'm not muted. But let me know if I'm too loud or soft or the background music's too loud or soft. And everyone, don't worry. Thankfully, nothing that's about here will end up being copy claimed. The only thing that did was the Evil Night Christmas thing from back in the day. Yeah, from last year. Turns out that one ended up being copy claimed. Thankfully, I tested the new one in July and thankfully nothing bad. Thankfully nothing bad, unlike a lot of what we're going to recant here. Now, this is gonna be now for this, up until here, Sanity Check either fluctuate through here or my normal room. There Oh, oh yeah, there were very few times I had to use my old room. I always had to use permission for my old room. Thankfully, it's basically hasn't been used. It hasn't been used by anyone else in a while. Well, since me. You'd think there would be a lot more people, but yeah. Considering the main asylum is super huge. Now, before checking everything out, I want to recover one more thing before I reveal the new. As per the thumbnail, let's have a look at the draft of one more time. The draft of one of the rooms about to be revealed once more with feeling. And it is this. Yes, this room. This happens to be the scanner room, the draft version of the scanner room. As of how it's faring now, we'll have great news. We're getting to that right now. Just a small bit. That's either Susan or me. Thankfully not me, it's definitely Susan. Nothing crass has happened yet. I know the clown segment is going to be extremely crass. Oh, thank goodness, we are back. We are back and on the room reveal. That's disrespectful, Susan. Oh. We're finally here. Well, we're here, so how is this? Welcome to the Sanity check room. This room is going to be prominent for Sanity checks from this point forward. This is the scanner room. New fully finished scanner room. Yes, I've integrated a lot of this. First off, let me be out of your way. No, seriously, let me be out of your way. Yeah. The monitor's here. I have 3 of them not here. One is either a list or social media shenanigans. The other two are my monitors that I use for this. That I use for streaming and everything else. Let me get back here. Nah, that's for the Mars. It's currently party time, so I had them set up this way. The Madhouse Mansion on one screen. The other screen is one of the screens I used for 12 Days of Lunacy for last year. It's still cute. But I've redecorated it since then. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna miss that. There's gonna be another visual that I will use, but don't worry, I'll credit that one. That visual won't be mine. Sorry to disappoint. Other than that, yeah. About all this. And up there, yes. It's the entire world within that format. This is the default. This is also in case of any major events or highlighting major events. Or I can just put this in, or I can just play something else within the or I can just play something else like this. But I don't know how we'll go through with in case of reaction videos, should I ever do those. Yeah, the background. Oh yes, the background. Thinking of the new background I'm going to use, yeah. I believe I've built up enough cheer. There we go. My cheer has been unleashed once again. Oh, because of backgrounds I had to use. Just had to be this way. But this isn't all that it has to offer. There's a container in this room. Could be used for something. Don't know what yet. But there's one more thing. Yes, this is a projector of the moon. A projector of the moon in its current state. It's gonna be full, as of this recording, it's gonna be full on Tuesday. Oh, wait. And about that mouse pad. Yes. Yes, it is what you think it is. Yes, it's of me. Before I turned to marry Menos, and yeah, that's why I modeled it after. Once I go that far, and I decide to go that route, and I decide to go with the mouse pad after all for merch, I'm definitely using that. I'm definitely using that. That is what's going to be done. However, it's just gonna, yeah, that is my default, so it's just gonna be that. And likely one of my, And if I go the old shitty route, it's gonna be one of my other forms. Most likely one of the school uniform ones. Can't do that in this form because it's basically covered. It's basically covered outside some wind, but oh well. Now back to the moon. Can I have this as a new moon? That's what it looks like when that is. However, this won't be a thing until next August, because that is when the next blue moon will be. Whenever we visit that, and then whenever we visit this room, this thing's gonna be blue. This thing's gonna be either blue all month or blue just for that blue moon. How'd you steal the moon? This is actually a projector of the moon. Odd enough. I didn't steal the moon at all. It's just a projector. It's still outside. However, what else is outside is a giant crystal. That giant crystal puts a blizzard everywhere. It puts a blizzard everywhere outside, and that lasts from this point to the end of winter. Lasts that long. But anyway, back to this. This is what it's like in the blue moon. This is the moon normally. And on evil nights or nights of the full moon, this. The moon turns red here. This is an evil night anyway. And yes, there are sections in this case. This is what the full moon looks like in either form. What does the blue moon do? Does nothing much at all, but it looks very pretty. However, like as it says, it's very rare. The next actual full moon is next August. But I'm using the projector, but I'm saying that for the projector to do things this way. I normally set to the current moon as of here. It's the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere, on the other hand, things go the exact opposite, I think. What about the red? And yes, the red moon is normally on evil nights. This is supposed to be an evil night, so here. I should be I seriously should be responsive enough, since I turned on normal latency instead of low latency. And I've put in every state of the moon it can be in. Almost first quarter. This is first quarter. And currently the moon is almost full. And oh yes, and an evil night is when the sky and everything else turns red. So it's been like this in the Madhouse domain. In fact, I'm gonna move a bit closer. put this on the other display, I'm gonna move one of the items a bit closer. Here. I'm on another display. What I have on one of my screens is the Madhouse whenever it's an evil night. Currently, it's like this. Are you able to go outside during the movement? Thankfully, I am. The influences are darker, of course, so thankfully I am. It's the inside of main asylum I have to watch out for. The Madhouse should not have too much problems. But it's the main asylum that's always messed up things always happen there. And it gets even worse in this type of night. Normally, on a normal night, the night sky is blue. Anyway, who are you? Altson, thank you for asking. I'm Menos Lunashi, the monstrous were-rabbit that resides in this madhouse. It's actually a huge mansion. However, I'm basically quarantined in this mansion. It's still in the domain of a male asylum. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is still a domain of a male asylum. So I just recently found you on YouTube. Glad you found me. And I'm very glad to have you. So should everyone else. Oh yeah, that other thing is... Oh yeah, I forgot to clarify some other things. So what did you do to get quarantined? The official reasoning is brainwash recovery. And yes, I should still have the files there. I should still have the files. I thankfully kept them. Unfortunately, the orderlies knew I was going to steal them. So they ended up redacting a bunch of things that, against my will. Oh yeah, here. You see? They won't tell me entry date to stability obtained. They've blurred out the year because they thought it was too close to something. And yes, they hit my age, even though I want to know how old I am. But the bastards won't tell me, and they scrubbed it out of my folks. Really messed up stuff. Bunch of demonic scum telling them not to ask their age when it isn't really rude at all, and here I am messing with the orderlies about every other day. Hey, about sometimes, and they just won't clam it with me. Yeah, they keep their mouths shut somehow. However, thankfully I found another file that contains a lot more. But unfortunately, we'll have to get to that later. Thankfully, also, it turns out I'm able to assist with their technology. I've been good enough to be promoted to tech support staff. despite still being a patient here. Now, anyways, back to business. Draco Scorpio, welcome. Missed you for a bit. Also, now that all the explanation of myself is out of the way, here's what I've been doing as of late. Yeah, the higher-ups might know something about that brainwashing. Oh yeah, they definitely do. Still gonna have to get to the bottom of it, all of it. From the official reasoning, there was definitely a cult involved. But other than that, well, without too much further ado, I have to get this first part out of the way. So, what I've been reading, what I've been watching, without getting too wordy. Still hadn't put a dent in my anime backlog. However, in the case of manga, I recently got a new laptop not a new laptop, a new tablet. I recently ended up with a new tablet. And I did put my notes here. And I already forgot some things. Ugh. Great. Other than resuming Uzaki-chan, I did not touch my anime backlog at all. However, in case of manga, I tested a new app called Tachiyomi. Which happens to be a compact source to where you're able to read a bunch of scan-layout manga of your choice. Within Tachiyomi that I added in, I ended up adding a bunch, including a lot of stuff I've been checking out most recently. The stuff I'm still reading is Frankenfran, Fate Type Redline. And as for the testing for Tachiyomi, I recently restarted Cardcaptor Sakura, which is also one of my favorite anime series of all time. And yeah, I ended up putting a lot of things in there. Everything that did have scanlations. If it doesn't, it sucks to suck on that book. Going back to the library. Ouch. Not reading type Redline yet, darn it. I'm physically holding my laptop. No! Can't believe I'm being tongue-tied here. This is a tablet. I'm physically holding my tablet. Other things I did put in there are, besides Fate Type Bloodline, Cardcaptor Sakura, and Frankenfran, I put in Meruko-chan, Shigurui, Tomi, and a manga version of Uzaki-chan. I also added three more things. Yeah, why are you holding your tablet? It's just me. It's because I want to see what I have here. I want to see what I have here. My memory is not too sharp. However, this is out of a super long list. Yes, that's not the entire list of stuff I have on Tachiyomi. I definitely recommend the app. It's very good. However, that's enough out of that. That's enough out of that in case of manga. My favorite main genres are I still do have those files from my debut. I still have them here. But I'll just show you the anime tastes. I'll just show you the anime tastes from here. Main taste are shonen, seinen, shoujo, and magical girl. Side interests are slice of life, ecchi, comedy, and horror. Yeah, lately I've been checking out his horror. And yeah, do some of the silent they put in. I still live with some family members. However, like I said, once again, they scrubbed a bunch of info. In order for a rehabilitation process, they scrubbed a bunch of info out of my folks. Scrub a bunch of info out of my folks, and each of them have to go to their domains at least once a month. Due to the streaming hobby, I thankfully check in multiple times, so I should be fine. The only times I don't have to check in is if I've recently moved in the other domain or something else. So yeah, it's definitely the higher ups that are being dirty here. But going back, in fact, I might as well go to the other room. Yes, here's what the other room looks like. Do you have a revenge plan? Not yet. Sadly, not yet. Or so I can claim. However, this music is normally for regular nights. This is an evil night, so here. And yes, this is my other room. And I've actually been using this in case of sanity checks. Earlier sanity checks. And yes, the mansion does contain a chimney. But it's not in this room. The Santa visit, shockingly enough, yes. However, he should be able to remember the coordinates from the Madhouse instead of the reg. But he does also brave the main asylum. But that's shenanigans. I've gone through the anime manga section of my list of how I've been doing. Now I'll recant the video games I have played on this channel and played outside this channel. Pokemon Violet is still going strong. However, I recently just had to grind off screen for the Nets parts. I did end up catching some new Pokemon, but not brand new Pokemon. Pokemon that have been there before. Like a Slowpoke and a Marini. This is just to prepare for the next gem that I want to mess with. Also, back to reading chat. If you look at this through all sins and worldwide krill for breaking it. Pretty much. Oh, chat's welcome. Back to what games I've been doing without any further distractions. Pokemon Violet's still going strong. I did have to grind off screen for another gym that I want to tackle. Last time I ended in the electric area, but as I've told there, I want to savor either her or the normal type gym as my last gym. Other than that, back to Fate Grand Order. I did end up fishing for summer BBs, but sadly it didn't go so well. Yeah, sadly it didn't go so well. That thing is still dodging me for a good while. Yeah, I did have her back in my lost account, but sadly she's having a hard time coming back to me there. Oh, background music is somehow wee loud. Oh yeah! Oh yeah. Is this any better? Here. Is this any better? This ended up being one of the This one ended up being one of the more louder of that bunch. Going back to the other game. Other than that with Grand Order, the latest chapter released for NA Young is going good otherwise. Will we be making a new schedule for next week? Yes, I will. Yes, I will, but I hadn't fully decided what to do yet there. So please hang tight until then. However, when I went back from break on the 30th, I did play Nikke, Gods of Victory. It's very fun. Yeah, it's very fun indeed. Unfortunately, there was a recent censorship disaster that just happened there. Right after that day. Really disappointing stuff. Yeah, it is extremely fun, but unfortunately, that just had to happen. Is there a VOD for that? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. It should be visible on my channel. Unless something's wrong. As of where I am for Bravely Second. Without going too much into spoiler territory there, I am super far into that. And no, that's a game I'm not streaming. I have a capture card, but I can't use 3DS stuff for that, at least not yet. I'd just go full emulator for that instead. I do intend to play ROM hacks after all. But other than that, for Bravely Second, one of the insect type bosses ended up messing me up where I am, and now I gotta be her ass again. She's an insect type weak to fire. I did put in some fire stuff, but I'll have to be very serious with her. Last time I wasn't serious. Magnolia is my healer. Tiz is my roundabout jack of all trades guy. I actually been doing the same with you. And the D has been my bruiser. She mainly does physical attack type jobs. Oh wait, Magnolia is also a mage as well as my healer. I've also been using Eugenioja for healing. But that's all in case of Bravely Second. For a bit on Splatoon, I did check out the new season. I bought the big swig roller. It's extremely useful for turf. A lot of new stuff is extremely useful for turf, but not for pure battling like anarchy battles. Oh yeah. And as for Luwich Nopata, I want to play that again next week. Most like, but I have a better feeling it'll be next Tuesday instead of next Thursday. So literally the following Tuesday. Let's go back to the new room. But with that is the end of the Hirazatsu section for here. To answer Alston on what the Sanity check is, this is my just chatting series where one half I'll tell you guys what I've been up to, what I've been watching or reading, just like what I just did. The second half is going through all the dumb crap that I happened to find throughout the previous month. And I will be showing articles on the most part as much as only I can. I remember the very first Sanity check I had to re-upload as a VOD, and had to ask, well, Purgus not all things to help me cover a bit, because I've been recanting another VTuber's nipple disaster. The one where he was caught checking out some nipple JAVs. and the picture of one of the people at hand ended up showing up, and thankfully I was not banned on stream there, but I still had to cover my behind. Yeah, this is basically the dumb news section. I love covering dumb news. I love it. I love checking out dumb news and recanting any dumb news. A lot of it is either totally dumb, totally gross, totally wholesome, or any combination of those. Yeah, that was a wardrobe malfunction on a person at hand's fault. All this while on a Cliver and Detsu slab, they gave us. Yeah, pretty much. Except, in case of that show, his slab was worlds more extensive. I need to get in that level in order to be that more extensive for this room. But still. Before I go to the clown news segment, one more good look of the background here. And yes, under the computers there, that is a mass USB sector. A mass USB sector, an outlet sector, and a modem. A full modem. And yes, this whole thing can run Doom. Literally, most of everything can run Doom. If anything can't, if you have a device that somehow can't run Doom, something's wrong with it. Oh yeah, were there any buttons that might destroy the world? Thankfully not. Thankfully not, I don't do that sort of thing. Rather enslave the world than destroy it. And yes, this is surveillance for any dumb happenings. Supposedly Windows could go up to 32 active ports at one point. I did not take that into account, but thankfully I don't use all the slots that much. Lest some things end up exploding. I can't risk that. There's enough to risk even within the main asylum. Not that much further. Without too much further ado, I'm gonna be going on standby for a bit. For the clown news segment. That, and I'm going to hydrate. I'll be right back. Apparently, oh yeah. Going back and apparently somehow I gotta cook up some throwaway with one. I gotta cook up some throwaway with one of the things. This is messed up. Although ice machine won't work is worse. This is seriously gotta cook up a throwaway for this. Come on. Oh yeah. And I forgot to hydrate, I'm sorry. Apparently some parts forced me to log in somehow. That's messed up. I got some sources, but I did not want... I wasn't expecting to end up having to use a throwaway. Thankfully, you don't have to do that with Twitter. But apparently, unfortunately, through some sources, you have to do that with... You're forced to do that with Reddit somehow for some parts. Aw. Oh yeah, this one is at... Oh yeah, normally my internet's perfectly fine. Normally my internet's perfectly fine. Somehow I end up with hiccups there. Thankfully I do have an extender just to avoid and all of that. Yes, it's connected. Yes, it's connected correctly. So it's either my internet's part or Susan's part. In case it is Susan's part, yeah. Thankfully, Susan can let you go far in case of streams, but not too far. Also, thankfully, nothing is monetized, at least not yet. But I do have it. But I do have some tip jars aside. Now I'm gonna go on standby again. But this time I'm actually gonna prepare to throw away and prepare for... And actually hydrate. Just a moment. Oh, I am back, and Jats, many thanks. Many thanks for the $5. I'm grateful to you for this. Also, it's annoying, but I finally had to make that throwaway. It was messed up. Thought there was an archive. I thought already there was an archive for a bunch of this, but sadly not. But I'm gonna have to make sure with that for next time. But now that we're here, we're in the clown news segment, and as of here, I ended up gaining a as of here, I ended up getting into a rabbit hole for reports of people end up failing No Nut November for the dumbest reasons. Oh yeah. Want to make sure your thing was working, so yeah. Don't worry, it was. I saw the notification. However, the thing did not get your name, however. It somehow did not get your name, however. I gotta fix that. But still. Also, the bot is there. The copy bot is there. Still, thanks for everything, but back to this. Last month was No Nut November, and I fall into some rabbit hole where I ended up checking out the subreddit of people that where a bunch of people, and a bit outside of it, where a bunch of people, including one non-participant, ended up failing No Nut November in the craziest of names. Oh yeah, that would have revealed it really. Oh darn it. It didn't over there for some reason. Thankfully, CopyBot didn't do that. Thankfully, CopyBot didn't do that, so there were no accidents. Yeah, I have to make sure of that too. Also, really have to make sure there are no accidents involved there. So, yeah, I ended up getting a long list of the dumbest No Nut November fails I've seen. Not the dumbest, however. The dumbest, to spoil, it's in the 12 Days of Lunacy event. It is that disgusting, and there's a twist ending to this. But I'm gonna I've taken this long, so I'm gonna gather for this segment, instead of the usual, I'm gonna gather every one of the fails. Every last one of them. The only one fail I didn't get was the salmon one, but that one's long gone. And I think that was the previous year. Apparently, people kept recanting that one from the previous year. That's messed up. The one other legendary event that did end up The one legendary event that did end up being carried over from last year, that's the one from the that's the one that's going to be for a 12 days of lunacy entry. And that's why I recanned the wackiest of that bunch, including some new stuff as recorded stuff. Why Sanity check is live instead of recorded is because for that other event, I do not want to have to rehash. I do not want to have to rehash my jokes for those parts. So as I prepare everything, darn it. There you are. Need to look. Need to load every one of these things. Yes, they're all ready. They're all ready, and everyone did Susan hiccup while I was preparing everything. I don't think she did. And did I fail? No, I did not. I wasn't going to participate at first, and then I ended up getting the flu, and yeah, I don't even have enough energy for that. I didn't have enough energy for that. After I got well and said, oh well, I've done this for 3 or 4 years already. What's number 4 or 5? I'm finally ready to yeah. This first part and this is a special segment. I ended up going to a rabbit hole and ended up finding the funniest and most ridiculous No Nut November fails I've seen. Without much further ado, let's begin. All right. This first one. Yeah, and this is gonna go from least crazy to the dumbest I've seen. Now, this first one, this guy lost No Nut November to a couch. Yeah, took the phrase to fuck your couch too seriously. Way too seriously. That normally involves someone dancing on your couch or trashing your couch, just like Rick James did. But yeah, this case is literal. Reading, lost No Nut November thanks to a couch. Some bit find my urges, and I got rid of my urges, I thought. I was walking to the living room, happy to get rid of the urges until I saw the couch. The couch made me gain the urges again. One of the couch cushions looked like an ass. The urges were so strong, I gave up. Started taking off my clothes, put a couch on a more comfortable position. Lotion between couch cushions. Start thrusting. I liked the couch's texture and it felt nice. Felt like an actual man. Lasted 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I nutted hard. Legs stopped working for a few seconds and I lost No Nut November. Well, I lost at the 11th day. Well, at least I got enjoyed and got bronze no nether. And yeah, this is from Copy Pasta, not No Nut November. Now imagine saying put in a more comfortable position. Something along asking like, how's this set there? Yeah, it gets weirder from there, trust me. Second one. Second guy fucked this gaming chair and had ruined orgasm. Wow. Yeah. Reading from this guy. Yeah, I was edging, couldn't help myself. Soaring while edging, I randomly thought about that one dude that fucked this couch. Literally last entry. Thought to myself, well, my gaming chair is a pretty tight gap between the bottom and backrest. What if I could put my cock into it? So I did. Didn't even feel that good. When I got close to reaching full orgasm, but it was too late. Didn't reach a full climax, but a ruined one. Wow. I'll continue to go on with all this until the end of the month, but yeah. I'm out because I fucked my gaming chair. This month was so goddamn weird. Yes, this gets even weirder than this. This gets even weirder and more drastic than this. So, catching a gaming chair. What next? Oh, wait. This next one is not an entrant. He isn't on that subreddit, but apparently during that month, some guy dripped his guitar and he wasn't sure how I feel. Yes, that one's from the confessional. So about 2 hours ago, I got ruined about an idea outcome of my guitar. I had this feeling before, but I just brushed away its jokes. I couldn't resist that feeling through, and I felt really horny. So I grabbed a towel ring while I was thinking about how ridiculous this was. Yes, this is ridiculous. Why'd you do that? Thankfully, it wasn't to it, but not on it. But still. Once again, so I grabbed a towel ring while I was thinking about how ridiculous this was. Kinda just stopped caring about the weirdness and went with it. Finished my job, plus clarity hit me really hard for a while. I'm feeling alright now, though. Going again a little after this, so I don't think this is a one-time thing. Kinda happy in a way that because somehow this motivated me to play my guitar more. That guitar and guitar doesn't feel like a guitar, but more like a buddy. I hope it's just the hormones. Thankfully, it was to it and not on it. But still, this is weird enough for an entry. Now we're gonna get even now things are gonna get even weirder. Also, the flexibility on this next guy. Honestly envy them. So I lost it by sucking myself. Yeah, you read that right. He topped himself off. I don't quite remember what I saw, but someone I read there was supposed to comment mention off Felicio. That's sucking your own dick. I know this. I knew that it was no November. I hadn't tried some of my desires 14. I figured it might be fun just to see how I could do it. Curiosity killed the cat, as they say, as I would find out. Flexible enough to lick the head of my flaccid dick if I curl into the ball upside down. Can't go and lick my head and make me hard, and soon as I had the warm head, my God, my mouth. He ended up being that flexible. Oh dear. It was quite amazing feeling, but at this point I was grown enough to know that I had to stop. Uncle took a cold shot, but I just couldn't get the thought out of my head. Well, I got to discover a superpower I had never known. Took the very idea, I tried it again. That was his folly. Just make sure it wasn't a fluke. It was not. Once again, I ended up with my rock hard dick between my lips, but I stopped when I get too close to nothing. It's not satisfied, later try one more time. Thinking it was just stretching myself out so I could be more of my cock by a start December and celebrate a No Nut November win. Plus, suck myself off. This time, though, I took more interest in him. I have about 2 more inches of cock in my mouth. Yeah, this is extreme. Yeah, this is flexibility to the extreme. This is flexibility to the extreme. I couldn't tell if this one was a fake one or not, but this is ridiculous enough to recant. Oh, as it turns out, skin underneath the head of my penis is very sensitive to the touch. Thrusting him out 3 times, hand came. Regret me, it hit me hard. I couldn't even enjoy novelty of what I just done. I was far too overjoyed by the realization that I just wasted 17 days of cold showers, exercise, and abstinence from Pyeong to just lose to this. Guilty enough to convince me to stay for the rest of the month, but I still lost. I'm sorry I failed you. I'm sorry I failed you, comrades. Be better than me. That was... Yeah, he did. Yeah, this guy did a different type of yoga that I never thought would happen until here. And yes, things get even weirder. This next one got nuked, but apparently someone did a Five Guys burger. I'll just get to that. Then it's even worse. This guy smashed a peanut butter cup. And he's apparently asking if he failed. Yeah. So male age 16, lived with my family in Ohio and went to the store on October 31st to buy some Halloween stuff for passing candy to children, but I wanted to get the other stuff. I got the stuff on a little sister at 14. Then I went to get the cinnamon toast crunch mint ice cream. Her sister hated that. Bread, jelly, cups, and plates. Some chocolate flavored donuts, peanut butter, wire balls, and sun chips. Sister like always said, why'd you get mint ice cream instead of strawberry? Fucking hate strawberry. Willie passed the candy and one story 18 candies for some reason, but parents got her, so we got the candy back. Well, it was a long day. Tomorrow, November 1st, no November. I tried No Nut for a month, so I only focused on game on my PC. Mom said she would be gone for a week, and without school, so I slept on my arms because it was comfortable. Then the next day I woke up hungry, so I tried to make some peanut butter and jelly. It's a great snack, so I got the bread, jelly, and the peanut butter. The jelly first, and you first used a knife, then I opened the top and popped off, and I was shocked. Peanut butter was so smooth and shiny. That's so good for peanut butter. Gara knew what to do, but if I checked anyone in the scene, he took the peanut butter in my bedroom and started taking off my pants. Oh dear. No, it goes on from there. Start off slow and gentle, then went full thruster mode. Well, I was fucking an actual person. It was better than masturbation. I was putting my dick in the cream of the peanut butter. Ah, seriously, don't do that, please. Wow. Those guys definitely were not themselves here. Plus it more and more until I busted a nut, and I did. One sperm was going inside the peanut butter. Plus, my legs were shivering. The penetration felt so great my thighs were disabled for 10 seconds. Put the peanut butter back and started to go on my day until I noticed. It was November! No, not November. So if I did lose it, I think I did not since I was not watching Pyeong the November was to stop the addiction, so I knocked off my head, but at least I had a very great experience. So I'm gonna then things get even worse. Yeah, things get even worse. So I'm in the kitchen at 6:25 and thought my sister about to eat some peanut butter and jelly. I noticed she was about to eat the PBJ with the peanut butter. I nutted in. Luckily, I snatched it from her before she was going to eat and threw it in the trash. Oh, thank goodness. Sister said, why the fuck did you do that? How can I explain my sister nutting the peanut butter? So I said, well, we had donuts in the refrigerator. Got some of that. Also, you have a peanut allergy. She said, oh, I forgot. I can't believe I didn't let my sister eat my peanut butter jelly sandwich. It would be a disaster. Threw peanut butter in the trash and went on my day. And the answer, yes, this is a total fail. This is a total fail. Even worse, he ended up in the Clown News Network. That is a definition of a total fail. This one was very this one was very long. But also this was very good. This was very good to recant. So that was absolutely vile. Absolutely vile. But why the peanut butter? Ugh. Yeah, why indeed? Those guys still were not themselves. That explains what I have to do to make him feel embarrassed for him, even if he was a character in fiction. Yeah. Then this was an even weirder one, but taking at first value, I almost craved destruction until reading the entire thing. Now I feel sorry for this Nets dude. Yeah, if you're gonna do No Nut November, here's a pro tip: do not edge, not at all, or you're gonna end up like this Nets guy. Reading the full thing. Yes, so my don't mean lose No Nut November. No, this isn't where you think it's going. Just hear me out. Maybe I was a fool for this, but I was lying down on my bed edging. Yes, you were a fool for that. I'm no stranger to this, and I know my limbs, so there wasn't much of a risk. I'll get close out, stop and attempt to garner some kind of pleasure during this month. However, this morning, a factor I did not account for coming to play. So I got extremely close to clutch. One more touch would do it for me. My tongue jumps on my bed onto me, rubbing against me and stimulating that final stroke. It was the most uncomfortable nut I've ever had. Amidst the shame, fear, and disgust raw upon me in the moment I tried to not get caught on a dog on my blanket. I cannot believe this is how I went out after 22 whole days. So yeah, that was a pure accident. Yeah, this was a pure accident. I feel extremely sorry for him. Word of moment of silence for him. Well, we got for exposing himself. Yeah, this was a pure accident. Yeah, I believe this is a pure accident. Also, this is a furry territory. So he's in an even deeper hole. No puns intended. But before I get to the most ridiculous one for this sanity check. Sorry. My emote board is all over the place. Before I get to the most ridiculous one for this sanity check, for this segment, we end up getting the man of his own word. Promise has been fulfilled. Mark my words. This is the previous year. Mark my words. Next year I'll do No Nut November purposely fail on the 30th just because it's funny. Then we go to exactly 1 year later. That's right, motherfuckers, I'm out. I called this shot weeks ago. I made this my final day in complete control of my body and failing No Nut November of my own volition. I've had this Gum Jabbar test for humanity. Know this. If you're among the lucky few who made it to this final day, do not use my failure of No Nut November as a callus for your own failure, okay? Use instead my success in accomplishing my own goals as a callus for your own success in your goals. Whether you only wait till tomorrow or you're trying to quit masturbating for good, know that you as a human being have the unique privilege of deciding your fate, rather than simply following your own animalistic programming. And if you like me aren't planning on stopping masturbating, you at least know that doing so is your decision to make. Good luck, soldiers. I hope to see you all alive and well tomorrow as of this post. For those who have fallen, know that the red flare may be shiny, but it is improving that you are a human while you'll find true value. If you have any doubts about whether you could make a month if you tried, don't till December and attempt this trial once again. Yeah, he failed on purpose as a joke, and yeah, just that. Yeah, man of his own word. I have nothing but respect for him here. Now then. Ah, darn it. No. Scanner room. Scanner room. Scanner room. Scanner room. Now I got hydrated, but before this last one for this No Nut November segment, aside of the one for the 12 days of aside the entry for the 12 days of lunacy. For that, yes, actual hydration. Actual hydration. This next one's gonna be a doozy. Before anything, let me get this clear up to Susan. I'm not recanting this out of any form of malice, not whatsoever. Whatever you claim to be, I'm fine with it as long as you're not hurting other people or hurting yourself. Any orientations, any species confessions, anything. This goes for anything. But that is a clear up with Susan. Not much else. And now onward to the most ridiculous No Nut November loss I've seen. It is also the sussiest No Nut November loss I've seen. So what? And this is what prompted me to end up having to collect all of this from the rabbit hole that I got myself into. Here we go. So, yeah, No Nut November made me do some gay shit. Yeah, let's hear him out. So, for context, I'm 22, male and in college. My roommate is the dorm this town. My roommate in the dorm is out of town. I've been doing No Nut November. Boss quit taking my antidepressants, so my sex drive went through the roof. One of my classes, there's this femoral hits on me. He started talking to me and blowing outside my dorm. Really has a feminine appreciation. After 2 weeks of No Nut November, I stopping my antidepressants. My cock's been constantly been hot and throbbing. Yeah. You're correct. You are correct, Jets. Walk on my dorm, and that's I knew he was sitting on my couch with me. My cock is in his mouth. Well, confirmed. Oh, it just felt so good. I accidentally came really quickly. He kept sucking on me, and I came a second time immediately after. I was still high and horny. I ended up fucking his ass on the couch and came to con to my wall. He left shortly after, but my post-nut shame hit me really hard. I'm really not into this. I just think he has an ass like going. I'm hornier than I've ever been my whole life. Keep looking at me and that sly smile I've ever seen. It's awkward. What do I do now? Well, I got news for you. This means you're gay. 100%. But on a serious note, now that this is out of clock, you're at least by here. but now you're out of the closet. You can, if you like him that much, you can deal with him again. That's a good. You can deal with him again. That's what that is. But that's only if you want to. But you're gonna have to live. But you're gonna have to live with a lot of this. You're definitely gonna have to live with it. To live with this from this point forward. And again, you had fun. That's what matters. But in your end. But here's what the most jarring thing. Here's the most jarring thing. You start wondering things after 2 rounds of oral and 1 round down the Hershey Highway. And then you end up coming to your senses right after this. Ugh. The thirst was that real. Things got you that far. That's why there were some challenges and philosophies that have you challenge that have you test your melon challenge any of that. But some people, it ends up hitting way too hard. What is my life? Yeah, I end up asking that almost every day. I especially end up asking that after every clown section of Sanity check. But other than that, recanting these disasters was fun. And yeah, this one was super wild. This one was super wild, and that broke my pause counter. So I'm gonna have to either build or get a new one. But still. How is someone horny enough to end up start wondering things after a third round? Come on. Was that good to him? Anyway. Not to know that November segment is over. Now we can move on to the regular segment. And yes, while it is quite a time. Yes, it's gonna be a long time, but it's worth. But trust me, it's worth it in the end. A lot of stuff that I've found this past November, it was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. One other thing from this month ended up in the 12 days of lunacy, because it balanced 3 out of the 4 things. It balanced 3 out of 4 things that go on per usual in each clown section of Sanity check. Even though there are a lot more elements. So let's go off the list, and first off, why'd you disconnect? Everyone refresh. OBS just canceled on me once again. That's messed up. That is messed up. That is entirely messed up. No. No. So I get for going through normal latency. I normally do low latency. Oh, now the first part, first part of the actual clown news is ready. Once again, this is in relation to last time. So Diver ended up reuniting with someone who were dressed like mermaids when they saved him and a friend from drowning. Yes, just like last time where I had to recant Yu-Gi-Oh's career, who saved other people from drowning, but unfortunately he met his demise there. Rest in peace to him. In this case, what made this wholesome moment fun was the rescuers were in mermaid suits. Yeah, and if OBS becomes buggy with each release, I may want to consider the other one and suggest knee desks for streaming apps. The art must have been magical. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely showed a name here. Definitely showed a name of that other streaming app here. Although that's gonna be quite a time to adjust things for that one. I'm gonna have to run a test for that. Back to the story. Just come up and began yelling for help when his father's best friend Pablo lost consciousness. They were on a dive, helped quickly alive, all by an informant did not expect. A group of divers in trouble on the coast of San Caliente Island near California, shocked as a group of mermaids came to their rescue. Yeah, shocked anyone came to their rescue. It's wholesome enough already. Clemmo was on the dive with his father and his father's best. Oh yeah, I've already read that one. Honestly, I thought I was looking at a dead man. Claremont tells Inside Edition. Well, the oracle at hand. Again, shine for helping help quickly alive. They've been for and didn't expect. 3 helps on. Honestly, just a troop of mermaids pop up out of water, he said. It's just like a Disney movie somehow. That's normally bad. But still, the mermaids, Alana Garcia, El Jamens, and Chin Burger sprang into action when they heard Claremont's cries. I looked over, saw him, and immediately sprinted as far as I can, one of the women said. I made a decision to give him out the mouth because he was so dire. Yeesh. At the same time, Claremont started hyperventilating, so another mermaid dove in to help. Well, to avoid other emergencies, we already had an unconscious diver before, she said. The third mermaid helped pull everyone ashore. We're finally on autopilot, rescue mode. What can I do, she says. Inside Edition brought Claremont and the mermaids back together. The hugs, they reunited. Well, you're the one who saved me, and you're the one who saved Pablo, he told the women. Oh, was this Pirates of the Caribbean? Somehow. Somehow, it sounds like it. It's been a crazy experience. Now I'm actually meeting the mermaids in the flesh out of the water, he tells the article. So, where are these things for the sea come down? Turns out they're a group of women who were nearby upon a training exercise as part of a professional association for diving instructors. Advanced Mermaid Rescue course when I heard Claremont yelling for help. There had experienced scuba divers and diving instructors already. So yeah, they had the experience firsthand. Thankfully, that was taken into account. I think it's important to know that mermaids are athletes. We're well trained and we practice. One of the women says, it's just a miracle we were there in time. Another adds, divine timing. Yeah. Divine timing indeed. That being 3 little mermaids rescuing someone. A wholesome break to an otherwise super unhinged episode. But alas, we are far from done. This is just the first one. This is just the first thing from the normal clown segment. Something tells me there's a course of how to be a dolphin somewhere. No, those things are normally worse. If it isn't dolphins, it's snakes. But the snakes either. But the snakes are for later. Let's move forward to the next one. Let's move forward to the next incident. Now, this is not in the... Thankfully, this wasn't... Thankfully, this wasn't in the No Nut November segment. Because if this would... Because I would be saying, yeah, that's not how you do it. Not at all. This would also top the guy that brought Astolfo home. No, that... I was gonna say brought Astolfo home, but someone already mentioned Bridget. I bet next time he's also gonna bring Bridget home as well. Enough of that, though. Yeah, for this next one... Yeah, let's just jump into it before doing that joke. So a man got jump rope stuck his bladder after shoving it up his penis. Ugh. Yeah, when the Thrays doing some rope, it happens. This is not what comes to mind at all. Not one bit. This is also far from the first incident to come from Japan. Yeah, you should have skipped this jump rope. 79-year-old Japanese man managed to get a 90-inch jump rope stuck up in his bladder after allegedly shoving a rope in his penis. Ugh. Oh, man. Yeah, Japan has a ton of outlets, but... And yet, people still do this crap. Doctors were in a September study publishing urology case reports. The unidentified man inserted a rope through his urethra. However, the handless rope became tangled and stuck in his bladder. Oh, why? Why? The man was forced to seek medical help, complaining that he was suffering from a condition called delusia, difficulty with urination, only for doctors to find a rope. Of course. Yeah, fuck around with the rope and end up finding out that way. Max unraveled the medical mystery by investigating the splatter, where they found a large object accompanied by acoustic shadows. This man admitted what happened, although he did not explain why he did it. He didn't need to. There's no further explanation for this. I understand the concept of sounding, but come on. He was transferred to the hospital. An X-ray revealed that this object was a wire-like quote foreign body. According to doctors, there was no way to remove the rope the way it went in, so I had to perform surgery on the patient. Ugh. Yeah, and that was the rope. The rope that was in. It was that much rope. He literally did that much rope. Ugh. And here's the rope for even further. Yeah, transurethral extraction was difficult considering the length of the rope ends and entanglement in the bladder, said Professor Toshiki Kijima, co-author of the study. I'm normally good with Japanese names too. Traditionally, grasping the forceps and retrieval baskets are used to remove foreign bodies, continued Kijima. However, wires inserted into the bladder usually curl up as the bladder contracts. Therefore, special consideration is required for wire-like foreign bodies. Medical team had to retrieve the rope through an incision made by the man's abdomen to remove the rope in full. Ugh. What if he actually shoved the tampon up there and had longer string and they lied? That would be an even weirder case. Thankfully, the man recovered from the surgery and has suffered no long-term injuries whatsoever. So all's well that ended well there. However, this patient was not and far from the first to suffer penis-related problems. This past September, a teen somehow managed to get a USB cable stuck up his penis, which was thankfully also be extracted via surgery. Ugh. And that was from a few years ago. I've heard the same thing happen a few years ago. That happened a while ago in my affiliate. Yeah, everyone was uncomfortable. But enough of this. Yeah, I can only take guesses for it. Pain could have felt from inserting this in his dick. Yeah. Yeah. What do you expect was going to happen? If you're going to try sounding, do it safely. Seriously, do it safely. But personally, I would not do that. And this would discourage anyone from doing so. Why even do this crap? Yeah, moving right along here. Moving right along here, we get to an even more bizarre and an even sadder event. Yeah, it is painful. What drugs or testosterone you lose or get through? Yeah, good question. But anyway, yeah. Thankfully, it didn't lose anything and nothing bad happened to that guy. That guy as a result of surgery. Unfortunately, this next dude wasn't so lucky. And yeah. Remember about the snakes from earlier? Yeah, this is it. From Tamanatu. A man's tongue had to be cut off to save his life after a snake bite and pay a heavy price for following the astrologer's advice. Now the question about that. Now the question is. Here's a question I have. Was it the same guy that decided to try to French kiss a King Cobra? Was it that same guy? He barely got alive there. Shit got worse for this dude. The dream of a person who repeatedly been bitten by a snake turned into reality when a snake actually bit his tongue. Actually, a shocking case of snake bite is coming to light from Tamil Nadu. The coroner reports a 54-year-old man living Gompachiparam in Erod had often had dreams of being bitten by a snake. And forgive me for my pronunciations. I try my best. To get rid of this dreadful dream, he went to his astrologer to advise him to worship a snake as a remedy and direct him to visit a temple where a snake bill is present. But he had to pay a heavy price for following the astrologer's advice. He lost his tongue after being bitten by a snake. Ugh. This is why be careful who you take advice from. And if that happened to be that same hack that tried to French kiss a King Cobra, ugh. Following the astrologer's advice, the man worshipped in the temple and then went near the snake's hole and started showing his tongue to the snake. Yeah, that is the last play. Yeah, that is the last place. No. Almost pulled that one. That is the last place to pull an Ahegao face in a snake den. This is like him, and this face was likely him in the snake den. However, with this model, I shock some. I unfortunately can't. I can't stick my tongue out with this model. You can do that in Live 2D, but that's the closest I can get. Yeah, it's the closest I can get. Yeah, he was doing that in a snake pit. Once again, the worst place to pull an Ahegao face, inside a snake pit. Oh, with the exception if you are a Lamia, if you happen to be a Lamia, then you're excused. Anyone else, you don't have an excuse here. Only Lamias have an excuse there. Continuing on with the story. Start showing his tongue to the snake, and then the poison stick bit the man's tongue in one stroke. As soon as the snake bit him, the person fainted and fell right on the floor. After this, relatives and family members took him to the hospital, where the doctors had to cut the victim's tongue out to save his life. Dr. Sento Kuraman, chief physician of the Erode Manon Medical Center, said that the patient was admitted to hospital on November 18th with heavy bleeding from the mouth. Oh man. The tissues of the victim's tongue were affected due to the snake venom. In such a situation, to save the patient, his entire tongue had to be cut. Even after cutting his tongue, we had to struggle for 4 days to save his life. Yeah, this goes to show you, you just don't do that. And yeah, hey Nick, perfect timing to walk into this. Once again. One of the biggest examples of fucking around and finding out then and there. Once again, the only... Yeah. You just don't ever do this crap, man. Just don't ever pull no Ahegao face to a snake den, unless you are a Lamia. Unless this happens to be a Lamia snake, then you happen to be a Lamia. They'll excuse you there. Can't excuse anyone else. Ugh. We're moving on to the next incident. This is just wrong. This next incident also involves the animal kingdom. And while also spastic. Yeah, it's also super dangerous. Yeah, we're dealing with crooks that happen to have a record. These crooks literally aren't human. From Canada, Fugitive Cows in Quebec escape capture again and again. Yeah. Those crooks keep busting out of prison. Cowboys call up to round up a herd causing thousands of dollars in damage in crops. So 8 cowboys from Saint-Tulta pulled up to Saint-Sevier in Quebec in October with their horses and drone on a mission. They've been about to rock 20 fugitive Holsteins on the loose since July. And those are pure Holsteins. No Holstars whatsoever. The hamburgers escaped, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this article that's how they ended up. Sylvain Bourgeois, rodeo manager of the Festival Warden of Saint-Denis, said the rodeo was contracted by Maria and Andre Codoreta, the general manager of the village of Saint Xavier, after others' attempts have failed. Around here, it's not something common, Bourgeois said. Most of the people like to keep their cows in the field with good fencing, and they don't let them escape like this for that long period. Well, it's assumed that the cows escaped when they were spooked by a summer thunderstorm and broke through the fence on a daily farm near Saint Bonaparte, close to Trois-Rivières. So yeah, this was Mother Nature's fault. This was entirely Mother Nature's fault. Since then, they have been continually grazing wherever they like and wreaking havoc on farmers' fields nearby. It's kind of normal for cows to escape pasture. It's like it's always greener on the other side of the fence. You just gotta keep them enclosed, said Bourgeois. Can't wait a couple of months like this and expect it's gonna be easy to gather them again. Ugh, man. Cowboy mission was Plan Z. Mission Sanity type plan was the Plan Z, or last resort, said Jean Saint Arnaud, the mayor of Saint Gervais. The crew worked a long 12-hour day to do this. The last bears which measured 6 feet, so that the cows don't jump over it, and 8 cowboys and a drone operator. We were all equipped. One kid, it looked like the cowboys had triumphed. Oh, very good. But the cows successfully crawled into the pen, but one managed to escape. Everything went south and the herd was on the loose again. The others left too. They gathered in cornfields in the woods when we lost them. Since Saint Arnaud. The result is they're still free. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm definitely in the mood for some hamburger tomorrow. After reading all of this. So tens of thousands of dollars in damage. The cow's adventures may seem heroic or amusing to the public, but Saint Arnaud says it's quite serious for some local farmers. He estimates that the fugitive cows cost tens of thousands of dollars of damage as they trample eat crops under the cover of darkness. It's not to eat the soy crop, they use it to sleep on top of, so the crop is done with. Oh, that's gonna damage them especially. When it comes to corn, they eat the top half of it and reap the bottom half. And then the ring goes inside if it's Saint Arnaud. So the crop is completely lost. Ugh. And they did not even have the courtesy to finish the crops. This gang is nasty. So around 7 farmers contacted him near the end of October about the situation in the village. Approximately 812. Couldn't initially help because it was involved private property, sorry. When animals stray on their own private property, municipality cannot intervene, said Saint Arnaud around the last week of October. Start asking questions. We intervened once we realized they were going on the road. Oh man. Cows on the street pose a major risk to drivers, he said. He doesn't want to go to a funeral home. Yeah, the hamburger was either going to be now or later. He chose later in that case. Well, for good reason. Don't want no one else losing themselves there. Next step was to contract governmental organizations such as Quebec's Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Food, and the Ministry of Forests, Fauna and Parks. Saint said the state received conflicting replies about whose jurisdiction covered cows that have run wild. While there are alternatives such as targeting tranquilizer guns that are not without their own challenges, said Saint Arnaud. When you hit a cow with a tranquilizer, do you think others will wait patiently? Saint Arnaud with a chuckle. Yeah, I doubt they would. I seriously doubt they would. This bovine bonanza would be messed up. This is already messed up. Ugh. Some cats didn't return to owner. A written statement, the vice president of the local dairies group, Islami, said some cats are secured and returned to the owner recently. And the Federation has come up with a plan around the rest of the herd. It's not clear how many cows are still on the run, unfortunately. Bourgeois says now it's the time to act before the winter freezes the ground water supply. And the cows. Not sure they're gonna go back home for that, or they're just gonna stay out in the cold. They're gonna get all hungry, said Bourgeois. And a team of cowboys from the St. Trek could be available to help out again if needed. People think it's kind of funny that cowboys run in to gather cats. It's done every day in North America. See, this way you can go anywhere with a horse, said Bourgeois. Oh, if you know where they are, we can set up another pen and catch them. Yeah, one day people will be wild again. Yeah, it's already wild already. Just like the dingo. I can't believe I'm saying this, but not only am I craving burgers tomorrow, this shamefully also makes me miss the whole stars from Interspecies reviewers, as much as I love them. Shame is that real. Yeah, no horse. Yeah, let's move right along. Next one is a short. Next one is thankfully a short one. Next one is very short, but yeah, it is. The next one is very short, but super weird. But super duper weird. Before asking the following, no, it's not me. No, this wasn't me at all. This happened in the other domain. Fall happened in the other domain. It ain't me. Sin's involved in my case. Second off, yeah, this actually involves a tube of meat. An actual tube of meat. So, woman cops to meat being at Ohio Walmart. Yeah. AKA, another victim got struck in the face with a 10-pound tube of beef. Yeah, this sounds like it was from one of the road cows about. This is definitely from one of the road cows about. Yeah, I'm not going to show the entire face. I'm just going to jump back to the scanner room when I get to the lower part of the article. I'm not scrolling down here. No, nobody's actually meat yet, so just that meat. So on November 9th, an Ohio woman yesterday at that point copped a clobbering a female acquaintance in the face with a 10-pound long of ground beef during a confrontation in the potato chip aisle of Walmart in suburban Cleveland. Ugh. Yeah, she seriously slapped someone with her own meat. In a deal with prosecutors, Minette Garner, age 27, pled no contest to disloyal conduct in connection with her attack last year on a former neighbor. Garner was originally charged with assault. During a Manipula County here on Tuesday, she received a 30-day suspended jail sentence and was placed on probation for a year. She was also ordered to pay $155 in fines and court fees. All because something that had to irk her enough to end up slapping another woman with her meat. Disgusting. And continue on New York, but I don't want to show its face. According to police, Garner was at Walmart in South Elucid, but she encountered victim Precious Jackson, age 37, who was shopping with her 7-year-old daughter. Garner was then accompanied by her 5-year-old son. Yeah, this is already extremely ratchet, but still. Jackson, who lived downstairs from Garner in the University Heights duplex, had previously secured a protection order against Tourette's neighbor. Cops said that Garner, seeing at the right in whose face I don't want to show, confronted Jackson at the Walmart potato chip aisle. She threatened to beat up Jackson and her daughter. Garner then allegedly pulled down Jackson's face mask and attempted to spit on her. Damn. Yeah, she deserved to be imprisoned. Disgusting. Wasn't long enough. When the spit missed the target, Garner reached into Jackson's car and removed a $22 meat log. Cops described the tube as a ground beef as a blown up chicken and arrest report. Walmart meat log is seen as in the above police though there. Then Garner investigation. I'm able to go back. Good. Garner investigators charged struck Jackson a couple of times in the face with a 10-pound log of prepackaged ground beef. Garner was arrested at the scene and a relative subsequently took custody of her son. Good. Good. Who needs a mother like that anyway? Jackson wasn't injured by the meat blows. Oh, good to hear. Still, all that good meat gone to waste. There were some chips gone to waste too because of that. Disgusting all around. Yeah, we're gonna be dealing with even more meats, but that's later. Now we're gonna, oh yeah. If it's frozen, then it hurt. But if it's thawed, I can't imagine it feel too bad. Oh yes, but folks, commentators late. Oh yeah, definitely doing that green cork. It reeks of power and hatred. Narcophobia is a welcome. Yeah, thankfully it was a tube of ground meat instead of anything else. Oh yeah, it was frozen meat. That's definitely bad news. No, it's also bad news, yeah. I'm finding someone who definitely was on something that day. He was on something entirely. And we're continuing the trend of dumb criminals. So, per report, a man pled guilty after he robbed a bank and used his own birth certificate to ride a demand note. Oh, dear God. Hope all is well. Yeah, thankfully all is well, Narcophobia Z. When the bot shows up, definitely check the entire thing out. Things are already golden. However, out of all this, I think one or two things that were from the past month made it to 12 Days of Lunacy. Just to note you guys here. Anyway, back to this. In Springfield, Missouri, a man who wrote a demand note on the back of his own birth certificate while robbing a blank pleaded guilty. Way out yourself. Michael Coney Lloyd pled guilty of one count of bank robbery in federal court to prove to a point to his lover that he never said what his point was. But though he never said what his point was. Ugh. Yeah, he was definitely on drugs. You have to be on some type of crap to be this green. And he is not an ogre. He has no excuse there. See, he has no excuse for none of this shit, but yeah, he is not an ogre. Lloyd was placed at the scene of the crime by his ankle monitor, where he was wearing for an earlier effect. Ah, man, this guy even dumber already. Court report from Western District of Missouri. White man tattoos on both of his arms, a spot in the Bank of America in Springfield, Missouri. Man presented to the teller at the counter that it was written in pink highlighter that he demand money. Teller grabbed money from one of the drawers and handed the money and demand note from to the suspect, who left the bank with both. 10 minutes later, the boyfriend of Lloyd's roommate called police, which led to Lloyd's apartment. Authorities say he waived his Miranda rights to confess to a robbery earlier that day. Wow. Lloyd claimed that he and his lover got in an argument and he robbed the bank to prove a point. Oh. That's supposed to be an analogy, not something that you actually do. The rob a bank analogy isn't supposed to be used this way. And now you're in the pen for far longer. And that hog you're with is just gonna move to someone else anyway. He reported he used his roommate's truck to drive to the Bank of America, wrote the highlighter on his birth certificate, the rights demand note. Then Lloyd remember writing, "Be quiet until I leave and give me all the money." Authorities didn't say Lloyd threw his birth certificate and ID out the window as he fled. Another entirely dumb move. Just to make sure he gets caught. They were already on the way to the ankle bracelet. The report says that as he was driving away, Lloyd saw the police driving towards the bank in response to a robbery, which scared him to throwing the money out of the truck. Oh man, couldn't even finish the job, you coward. Lloyd allegedly texted his roommate telling him that the truck was stolen and she should listen to the police scanner. The documents go on to say that he called his lover Ashley and told him what he had done. Lloyd told investigators he expected to receive prison time and take full responsibility for whatever punishment he was to receive, the report reads. So the Bank of America there lost $754 and teller said she feared for her safety. Tran Company confirmed that Lloyd was in the bank at the time of the robbery because of the ankle monitor he was wearing, which was from a previous robbery. Idiots like him never learn. If or once Lloyd is given the maximum sentence, he'll receive 20 years and $250K fine for a repeat offense. Unquote. Oh, yeah. Well, way to prove your point. And now your stay at Hotel Iron is worlds longer. Hope you enjoy it. There's a pet cat that keeps going in and out of jail and that's from the previous 12 Days of Lunacy. Hopefully you get to at least say hi to him. Yeah, that entire article, things got even dumber there. It went even dumber as he went. That's just like everything else here. And checking out this next incident. Yeah, checking out this next incident. Yes. We're checking in how Florida Man is doing. Unfortunately, not too good. Florida suspect yells, "I'm sorry," to the deputies as he sprints across freeway traffic. Oh, man. He is definitely not living. Man. He's definitely not leaving the previous incident involving a vehicle down. Which, for those wondering, that was in the middle of the Dragon versus Alien War, and I've heard that's still going on. No one was injured at the incident, which involved a suspect run through traffic across Interstate 95. To go with a Florida suspect who ran from police after being stopped for allegedly driving 110 miles an hour with suspended license, apparently, because he was curious enough to yell, "Oh, I'm sorry," as he darted in between vehicles across the freeway. Suspect Zachary Sibbert decided to play Frogger across 9. Oh, nah, man. Nah, I'm sorry. That's fucked up. Well, after he was stopped for speeding. The Brevard County Sheriff's Department sent a release on Facebook Friday. The good news is that Sibbert yelled, "I'm sorry," deputies he took off running while he was a curious criminal. He wasn't very smart, as after a short time hiding out in the buffer preserve, he located the vehicle and said he would pay the driver to take him back up the area of the interstate, the release said. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I had to read this aloud. North Carolina woman cited by police for shooting Mountain Dew cans in the backyard. Don't do this. Yeah, no, but going back to this guy, department said deputies later found him hiding in the back seat of the vehicle. Yeah, I guess he forgot he was in Brevard County where we chase you and hunt you down if you run from us. Such is surprised our agents was still in the area and located Sibbert, the release said. Then he was arrested with the deputy cheekily knowing, "Well, if you run from Brevard County Sheriff's Office, you are only going to jail tired." Yeah, so yeah, this forest, it can't outrun from this incident. Thankfully, no one was injured. Yeah, thank goodness no one was injured. Still, sorry does not get you out of imprisonment. I've seen more than one person try. He is far from the last. He's far from the first either. Oh, I didn't mean to speak with a suspended license. I'm sorry. Moving right along. Oh yeah, just in time. Oh yeah, it's also pretty long. Yeah, this one's also pretty long getting away, and the Nets guy was this Nets guy is a complete bastard. Perfect time to hydrate due to the nature of this next incident. Oh yeah, I had coffee here too. Yeah, I had coffee here too. Completely perfect for this next incident. I had to include this next incident. So a serial drive-through flasher gets 170-degree water dumped on his genitals. There's someone's nuts being roasted on open fire, and then there's someone's nuts being boiled this way. I normally don't laugh at this thing, but this guy deserved it. We'll get to know you more on a bit. Yeah, we have a bunch of vaginal torture throughout the Sanity check series, including one that accidentally shot herself in the clam, and another that shot herself in the clam with BB bullets on purpose. Yeah, the penis torture had its turn, definitely has its turn here now. But once again, this guy actually, as I go into later, this guy actually deserved it. So an alert coffee barista and Cody helped catch a serial drive-through flasher by pouring a cup of hot water in his lap. The man, 34-year-old Andrew C. Crawford of Cody, is a repeat registered sex offender. Couldn't keep his pants up as he flashed workers at a pair of Rocky Mountain and Mud Hut coffee kiosks in Cody at least 5 times between September 14th and November 2nd. Crawford remains in a Park County detention center on a $50,000 bond, facing 5 misdemeanor charges of public indecency and a felony failure to register, according to Public County Circuit District counts. So this disturbing parrot, he's accused of going through a drive-through of the coffee huts and exposing his genitals to female workers multiple times. It's a disturbing parrot that the owner, Miles Haynes, said he takes very personal. That happened multiple times at 2 locations is a sign Haynes says makes him feel that Crawford's alleged actions were very intentional and was very targeted. It happened 4 or 5 times before the warrant was even served and Crawford was arrested. And when he got caught, although the Cody Police Department installed video surveillance, watched the coffee kiosk, it was difficult to catch Crawford because he was a regular customer. But wouldn't flash workers all the time, Hines said. They wouldn't do it for 2 weeks, but he was an everyday customer, he said. Oh, man. Then on the morning of November the 2nd, one of the baristas working the Rocky Mountain Mud Hut location at Yellowstone Avenue recognized Crawford's vehicle in the drive-thru line. She recognized the vehicle ahead in time, took the customer's drink order, he said, and when she turned her back to make the drink, she had already started video recording when she saw the vehicle. Oh yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these stations, unfortunately, they somehow do not have any cam footage whatsoever. Just the parking lot and nothing else. Mainly just the parking lot, nothing else, nothing from inside the building or at the drive-thru, which is what's supposed to happen. That was my gripe with the last fast food area I went to. Otherwise, the crooks that swamped me out of 170 with the Crawford definitely would have got caught. Thankfully, this person took matters into her own hands to continue forward. She recognized the vehicle ahead in time, took the customer's drink order, he said. When she turned back to make the drink, but she had already started video recording when she saw the vehicle. The man exposed himself again, but this time the barista was ready. In time it took handling him the drinking game changed when a cup of hot water happened, Dana said. The woman threw a cup of 170-degree water through Crawford's window and right into his lap, he said. Well, not to anyone. Well, not the first time. Like not many small coffee shops. Heinz says employees, mostly women, sometimes are subject to unwanted advanced or flashes. Sadly, this is the first time it's happened, and sadly, this probably won't be the last this will ever happen. Heinz said he's very proud of the employees. Well, I think that's some of the best employees, he added. If you're here a long time, I'm lucky to have this staff I do. Take it very personal that the girls are safe when they do, with what they do. I need them to be safe. If they're not, I take it very personal. But thankfully, it's nothing of their own stupidity. If it is, you're forced to leave them to their own fate. Thankfully, that's not the case here. Heinz also said he was thankful for the effort and work the Cody Police Department put catching and arresting Crawford. Well, the police department did really well and acted fast. He wasn't doing it, hadn't touched anyone hadn't touched anybody and wasn't violent, but he's a repeat offender and a registered offender. Crawford allegedly only flashed the coffee workers before being arrested. There's always a chance his behavior could have escalated to something more dangerous. In Pryor's recent arrest, involving distributive criminal investigations such offenders lists Crawford's having a 2012 conviction for possession of cheese pizza. Ugh. He's been arraigned and waits a February 5th SAS conference to hearing a case in Park County Circuit Court as of recording. That's if he did not get iced out already. Right, so yeah, this guy got what he fucking deserved, 100%. Next time we'll suggest an open fire. Yeah, but enough CBT on that part. Then again, that was owed after the bunch of times I end up hearing and referencing women shooting themselves in the clam. Or, yes, I called a vagina the clam. What are you gonna do? Let's move right along. Yeah, let's move right along. Oh yeah, darn it, that one's the wrong one. Yeah, that one's the wrong one. Don't want to deal with that. Apparently there was somewhere that's allowing killer robots. So that's going to be a serious problem on their own accord. However, this next disaster. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. None of the pearls, thankfully. Yeah, this next disaster. I was actually surprised at first. Did not. So I hadn't heard too much about Incinerator-chan for the past few months. Wonder how she was going. Turns out, yeah, she had a problem. A big problem. Yeah, Incinerator-chan can no longer handle a mountain of cocaine season Antwerp port. Ish, the amount of nose candy being seized at the port of Antwerp is so large that the incinerators can no longer burn at all, which is why tons of drugs are now being stored in customs warehouses. Ugh. Yeah. Incinerator-chan ended up getting coked out and couldn't handle it anymore. Tony Montana would be proud. Last year, customers police. Sorry. Might as well have said customers. Customs police incorporated nearly 90 tons of cocaine on the port of Antwerp, an absolute record. But likely broken again this year, as customs expect the 100-ton mark will be reached this year. Here at 5 billion pounds estimate. However, the record's amounts of cocaine cause a major surgery problem. Authorized incinerators cannot process the seized cocaine, so the stockpile continues to grow. Currently, dozens and tons of cocaine are waiting to be destroyed in custom warehouses. Rapid destruction and confiscate goods is an ongoing challenge. Francis Alding, spokesperson for the FPS Finance, which under customs fails to contact Van Antwerpen due to the technical limitations of licensed incinerators. Environmental stance, we have to use several incinerators. Yeah, several of them. Oh man. This isn't just one incinerator, John. They hired them all. They're hiring them all, including the one reserved for the last crook. And yeah. And yeah, turns out old Becky was too much for them all. Several weeks ago, Antwerp prosecutor Frankie de Klerser already raised the alarm with federal justice minister Vincent van Quickenborn. There's a mountain of cocaine. As the mountain of cocaine is now so big that criminal kids might as well get the idea of raiding the customs warehouses. Ugh. And I bet they're already prepared for that. We are urgently looking for additional incineration capacity, a spokesperson for Van Quickenborn told The Standard, and that the incinerators cannot destroy too large quantities of drugs at once. Burning cocaine releases substances that are very harmful to the filtered incinerator, and most can process 1,000 to 105,000 kilograms per session. Stretch of drugs is done by appointment, meaning by those sessions have to be requested and scheduled. The more powdered snow you seize, the more time you need, and that is a lot of cocaine. Yeah, that's it. That's the lot. That's the gist of that. Ugh. Turns out the entire team was down. Ugh. The entire team was down for doing enough coke to make the clown from Metalocalypse jealous. Yeah, this is more blow than the last sorority I visited. But enough of that. Enough of that. The drug this is not the end of drug shenanigans. Things get even more insane here. I'm gonna be for a while. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be for a while. And now we're gonna move on from powdered snow. And now we're gonna move on from powdered snow straight to ice. This entire group loved their ice too much. Apparently the ice was strong enough. The ice was strong enough to end up getting defrocked. So every monk in the Thai temple defrocked after testing positive for meth. Ugh, not even once. I even get a hold of that. I know you can party pretty damn hard in Thailand, but that's normally the red light area. I never expected this from the spiritual area. Anyway, the Buddhist temple in central Thailand has been left without monks after all of its holy men failed drug tests and were defrocked. A local official said Tuesday. 4 monks, including the abbot at a temple in Phetchabun province in Bongsamthon district, tested positive for methamphetamine on Monday. District official Bulnard of Tiranpati told the AFP. The monks have been sent to a health clinic to undergo drug rehabilitation, the official said. The temple is not empty and monks in nearby villagers are concerned that they cannot do any merit making, he said. Merit making involves worshippers donating food to monks as a good deed. Bullet said more monks will be sent to a temple to allow villagers to practice their religious obligations. Thailand happens to be a major transit country for ice flooding in from Myanmar's troubled Shan state via Laos, according to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Then on the street, meth pills called yaba sold for less than Troy bought, or just 50 cents. Yeah, they got addicted to the cheap stuff. That's even worse. Yeah, this is bad in general, but this is world's worst. Meth and practically yaba can easily be found every corner of Thailand. Supply is up everywhere, and at this point, a tablet is cheaper than a beer. Umduk's Jeremy Douglas told Thai Inquiry. Authorities across Southeast Asia around the globe have made a record of ice seizures in recent months. Last month, Hong Kong reportedly made its biggest ever seizure of meth, from 1.8 metric tons of liquid meth hidden in cartons of coconut wire en route from Australia. Oh my god. Nobody could keep off the ice here. In August, authorities found 2 tons of ice hidden in marble tiles shipped from the Middle East in Sydney, what police described as the largest ever seizure of the illicit drug in Australia. Also this August, Mexican soldiers seized almost 1.5 tons of ice and polyphenol at a checkpoint in northern Costa Serrona. Then in Southern California, it was more than 500 pounds. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is absolutely unholy behavior. I mean, come on, the entire team. Yes, the entire team. The entire team of monks all got defrocked for ice and couldn't keep off the ice. Ugh. This is why I always says the phrase whenever things like this occur. Yeah, winners don't do drugs. This is why I have the phrase winners don't do drugs. Jump like this. 100%. However, this isn't the end of officials acting completely unholy. This Nets guy, what he got caught doing, man, you just gotta see it, believe. Oh yeah, originally I did crave destruction, but upon looking into it even further, I can safely tell everyone that there are thankfully no little boys involved. I would have immediately had them mauled otherwise. Yeah, I would definitely immediately have them mauled otherwise. And you know this guy was not the body shop at all. Just to get that reference away. So Louisiana ex-priest pled guilty of felony obscenity, following a threesome on a church altar. Wow. Once again, yeah, and yes, those are two grown women, thankfully. No little boys were involved. Would have had them mauled otherwise. So everyone can lower their guns here. He's already taken care of. So former Catholic priest was caught having a threesome with two dominatrix. Wow. Already even wackier. On the altar at a Louisiana church pled guilty of felony obscenity on Monday. Being stepped on could not wait for him. It could not wait. Travis Clark, age 39, was arrested in 2020 after a passerby claimed that he saw a line in the Pearl River Church. Walked up to the witness. Clark and two other women filmed themselves having sex on the altar. Court documents discovered showed the police to see sets, toys, stage lights, and two recording devices. Tripod mount camera and a cell phone. Ugh. All we needed was the dominatrix and nun outfits, and we'd have a complete ensemble. The article reports that Clark will serve 3 years of supervised probation and pay a $1,000 fine. Following institutional vandalism charge against him was dropped, however. Yeah. Oh man. Other items within the church were involved then. Yeah, they all instantly failed the review up there. News of the threesome took the small town of Pearl River by storm when it made headlines in 2020. The Archbishop Gregory Arment called Clark's behavior deplorable and said his desecration of the altar in the church was demonic, and I am infuriated by his actions. Anyone had the altar removed and set it on fire. Ammon had the altar removed and then set it on fire. That same month, another priest in the same archdiocese was credibly accused of molestation, while he was eventually removed from public ministry. Ammon notably not calling him out somehow. Yeah. Which case the other guy's suspect. Definitely get him mauled. Alright, definitely get him mauled. Meanwhile, the sets workers, Minnie Ditson and Melissa Chang, were also arrested and experienced online harassment. Ditson released her quote-unquote official fucking statement on Twitter with the double given to harassers. Well, I was upset trying to shame out sculpture and she's gonna ban. And then go fuck me to help pay her legal fees. And go fuck me to help pay with her legal fees. Then Chang pointed out that her parties involve consenting adults. That's thankfully so. Witness who also called police on Clark and the two women in September 2020 said he, now former priest, particularly naked on the altar, half dressed in his priestly attire, while two dominations and corsets and high-heeled boots. Course is also allegedly defecated on the carpet. Oh no, dude. No, man. No. No, man. The witness took a video which he later showed to law enforcement from this. Then the three adults initially faced two felony charges, obscenity and institutional vandalism, but the women entered a plea agreement with the state of July this year to a misdemeanor count of institutional vandalism. They agreed to testify for prosecution in Clark's trial. JoJo and Krill gave him each a suspended sentence and 2 years of supervised probation. Ugh. Yeah, honestly should have been longer on everyone's front. Yeah, even Scout was involved. This is incredibly disgusting. There's no saving any of them. There's no saving this. Clark's lawyer told Kree on Monday that the XP shouldn't have to serve active probation. In a situation, this incredibly specific set of facts and conditions seem very unlikely to ever happen again, said Michael Kenny. He then said the two sex workers who both lived out of state are more likely to repeat the offense. Krill said she didn't want to treat the three adults differently and maintained that Clark said should serve active probation. Newspaper reports that Clark is scheduled to be in civil court in next January for a permanent injunction, that aims to prohibit him and his confidence from profiting from the sex acts. Yeah, unquote. Yeah, this is entirely nasty. Yeah, no amount of holy powers from Mithra from Queensblade is gonna save anyone from this. Not that I mind in that case, but that says a lot more about me instead. And she's a good waifu of mine. But enough about this. I apologize in advance for those that have to take a brooding shower in holy water now. Or a brooding shower period. The things people do for act, right? Ugh. Moving right along here. Speaking of the Acrite, we got another Acrite involved story, but unfortunately, this one was not good at all for the participants. And before noting, yeah. And before noting, well, yeah. I've heard bits and pieces of what my cult, what the cult that I was in did. Me and my family was in did until I ended up getting committed. The cult did a lot of stuff like the following you're going to see from this article. They hate the Acrite. Despite them being parents, despite their urges not overtaking, despite their urges not being controlled whatsoever, they still hate the Acrite. And I still think they hold their views on killing and eating people that have the Acrite. And this is what I've heard overheard from a few orderlies. But now we move into the article. So a tantric, aka occultist of, oh my god. Oh my god, man. Got the bot in time. That's foul. I know things are foul before, but yeah. The only person allowed to act insane here is me. This is extremely insane. Ugh, that's messed up. The bots just had to show up here of all places in an article like this. Now let's start. A tantric, aka an Indian cultist, killed a couple having sex in a jungle using super glue. Yeah, and the use of super glue. Oh man. So, Rowan Mina, a 32-year-old government teacher, and Sono Kawai, age 31, were both found dead in the Kadabali forest area under Gogunda police station limits last week. Ugh. This is the Sets in the Wood shenanigans gone entirely wrong. So Jaipur. In Jaipur, a man with his throat slit and a woman stabbed to death, their naked bodies smeared with super glue, seemingly while having sex in the middle of a forest near Rajasthan during the kind of concentration last week that is already rarely known. Ugh. Back in September, I caught Jason pre-gaming. I thought this was him at first. I thought he took a trip to India. The Indians decided to have his shenanigans there on Halloween. No, that wasn't Jason. I'm sorry. That was Michael Myers. Jason shows up on Friday the 13th. This was what's in his ear. Turns out this wasn't even Michael Myers either, but he would definitely be proud. The police have now said that they cracked the case with an arrested 52-year-old tantric or occultist on Monday, presenting murky details in this bizarre double murder. Raul Mina and Sonokoa were both found dead in the Kawabadi forest under the Gogunda police station limits last week as of this. Both were married to separate people. Oh, damn. Ugh. Forgive me, but they deserved it then. This was an affair. Not feel sorry whatsoever. At least not no mo. Again, both were married and to separate people, and the senior police officers, Bundepa Singhi and Kodang Kurara, said they had an extramarital affair. Of course. Following started discovering nearly 200 people were questioning the footage of CCTV cameras installed. About 50 places were examined, the officer said. Police found zeroed in on a tantric named Balesh Joshi. He was detained and interrogated, following which he confessed to having murked them, they said. An influential figure, an area who combined business and local politicians, alongside his followers, Balesh Joshi was sought after by people in trouble, according to the police. He lived in a temple in Broadway Gouda, they said. This is definitely a horror movie scene idea. Trapped in super glue. I bet someone already borrowed notes from him. According to police, Son Rocco's affair began after they met at the temple. Someone also appeared to be frequently in touch with Tantric, they said. Oh man. That guy was in the rotation then. Thought there was something, and then turns out he discovered this and went rogue. Damn, dude. The affair apparently led to strife in Rahul's marriage, and when his wife approached the tantric for advice, he told her about his relationships with Sonu police officer Vilas Kumar said. When Raul and Sonu came to know, they threatened to file a case of molestation against the tantric to defame the tantric, the police said. Oh, man. They were going to hold him. Ugh. That couple got what they fucking deserved then. Holtzes deserve no better than what those guys got. No, even worse. They deserve even worse. Fearing public humiliation, Vales plot to kill them. He bought 50 tubes of a quick-drying super glue for $15 Indian each and poured them all into a bottle, the police said. On the evening of November 18th, promising some Danta, he called Raul and Sonu and took them in an isolated place in the forest. According to the police, he then asked them to have sex there to rid them of their troubles. Tended to go away, but returned once again and poured super glue on them. He then slit the man's throat and stabbed the woman out. When the police were called about the bodies lying 300 meters from the road in the forest, they found that a couple had been injured trying to free themselves from a quick-drying adhesive. Man's genitals also appeared cut, and there had been attempts at burning the bodies. Nice, yikes. I bet both genitals were cut this time, hers and his. Can't leave the equal opportunity out after all. The police said they were convinced of Tantric's involvement when they found super glue resin on his fingers. Given his clout, several prominent individuals came to have him freed when he was detained, but quickly dispersed once they were informed on the grisly details of the case, they said. Ugh, man. So he killed him with a knife, not with the super glue, yeah. Yeah, the knife was the finisher. The super glue was part of the method. So, yeah. This is definitely a there are no angels scenario. Both are going to Holtzum, so yeah. Everyone got what's coming to them there. Yeah, this would definitely make for a great horror movie. I expect something like this whenever the next time I delve into anything Bollywood related. Now, let's continue the pattern. Thankfully, this is an act-right pattern instead of a murking pattern. Yeah, the hockey. Yeah, that was definitely a hockey mask time scenario of that and scene one. So this next incident is thankfully more lighthearted. It's thankfully far more lighthearted than ever. Where are you? There you are. So the Minnesota Vikings accidentally saluted a porn star in a moment meant for the military members. Yeah. Then again, so the Minnesota Vikings ended up facing scrutiny on that Sunday during the devastating loss to the Dallas Cowboys. So it's not just the loss I gotta worry about, now it's this. The organization thought to honor U.S. service members at the U.S. Bank Stadium during the salute to service segment during the game. However, the team apparently fell for a prank as one of the tweets curated for the hashtag Skull Salute featuring an adult film star in military gear rather than an actual member of the armed forces. And it was figured out who it was later. Oh, the photos showed Stephen Wolf, whose stage name is Johnny Sins. Even better. Dressed in his fatigues. Wolf was routinely featured in social media memes, given the breadth of his career in the adult film industry. Yeah, he even had a YouTube channel and all. Vikings asked for you to submit content in the days leading up to the game. Then last week, the NFL honored current and veteran military members of the past Veterans Day celebrations. Minnesota was on the road to play Buffalo Bills at the time. One of our nation's military services, veterans and their families during Sunday's games in Dallas. The tweet team before the game Sunday. Share those stories of your loved ones who have served or are currently serving using School Salute for a chance to have them featured on the video board on Sunday. With this, they ended up receiving some ridicule on social media. And yes, it's Johnny Sins right here. A straight up troll. Yeah, this is like when, supposedly when the reference for the Sonic movie's old Sonic design was Sonic. Yeah, they featured the wrong veteran. I'm reading this anyway. It's my cousin Joel serving in the army. Yeah. He's always been an inspiration, someone to look up to for his heroism. He's also a huge Rex fan. But yeah, that was a troll. That's definitely Johnny Sins. Like I said before, he had a YouTube channel that he did show up in my recommends. That was completely random. However, the team didn't immediately respond to Fox's digital request for comment. Unquote. That's not that last part was irrelevant. So yeah. So at this point, Johnny Sins is on the same route as Ricardo Menos. But at least Johnny's more comfortable in his regard. I'm glad it's doing well regardless. In fact, I'm glad both are doing well regardless. I checked in on Ricardo Menos a few Sanity checks ago. No, this was the same check in July. But let's move it. Oh yeah, this next topic is two articles in one. And yes, we're continuing a piano pattern. Yeah, but just like any good session, I must hydrate. All right, I should be back. Yeah, I'm back. We should go to positioning this side. Yeah, this net star goal, man, this one's a doozy. We end up facing a couple that we end up facing a couple that, yeah, they're the dumbest bunch I've seen in a while. And we've already seen so many dumb people. So let's begin. So an OnlyFans couple who doubled as teachers got fired after students discovered the classroom romp. Damn. Yeah, and yeah, teacher couple seriously did OnlyFans right in the classroom, and some people saw. Ugh. I feel sorry for everyone involved. Except for the two that got caught. Anyway, two more school teachers have been fired for trying to make ends meet with their OnlyFans side hustle. This time, though, the two teachers were not only married but decided to have the act right in the classroom of Thunderbolt Middle School, where wife Samantha Peer worked. Ugh. Hell no, man. To recognize that OnlyFans name, don't worry, you're not alone. By day, Samantha was an 8th grade science teacher at Thunderbolt, but by night she went by Chloe Carter. Apparently, though, the alias wasn't good enough to fool a bunch of teenagers. Shocker. Samantha's students found her X-rate videos recently, start airdropping them around campus, eventually exposed her as Chloe Carter. Yikes. And allegedly, she tried to hide herself via a region lock, but yeah, Vapors exist. Not gonna get into a lot of them that they don't go down that easy. The nail in the coffin was obviously the sets in the classroom, with the cherry on top being that it was with her husband, not this elementary school 4th grade teacher Dylan Peer. Peer resigned on Halloween after being placed on paid administrative leave, and Dylan was fired 4 days later. Ugh, good, that was just disgusting. Could have at least got it. You could have at least borrowed a. Could have at least borrowed a studio for that, but no. No, apparently that costed too much, according to both of you. You guys went the amateur route and way too into the amateur route. Yeah, scrolling down a bit further. Yeah, I'll definitely have to call Walpurgis not. Seriously, I would have had to call Walpurgis not. Upon scrolling down on stream. No, thank you. Back to this. Over the weekend, Carter uploaded a G-rated confession video explaining that her and Dylan are forcing all the whole entertainment industry because of their low salaries. Children are the most important thing to me. I already spend countless hours of time at contract time inspired extra school activities. I don't think it's fair to have to sacrifice my own children's time because the professional salary did not pay enough. And yet you sacrificed their image instead. You sacrificed your kid's image instead, and not only you got exposed, they definitely ended up being shamed and ridiculed because of this. Yeah, there's no coming back from your mother being an actual porn star. None whatsoever. That's a, yeah. That's a 16 to 18 year wait from hell. Well, the two lovers apparently whipped up the idea of joining OnlyFans last summer and had been knocking boots for money ever since. Damn. Everything was going to plan too. Two even made their own videos restricted in Arizona where they live and teach to cover their tracks. Until the Vipers messed them up. I chose an anonymous name so as blocking the entire state of Arizona OnlyFans, so it wasn't accessible to anyone living in the state. Those dumb state borders. Anyway, the kids found the videos because they're all way smarter than us. Once again, Vapors. I was again sitting them around and the whole thing came crashing down. Parent in the school eventually told the parents about the videos in the email last week. It's come to our attention the students have been airdropping explicit material. The image did not happen during the school day and the person depicted no longer worked for HLUSD. The email said according to the azfamily.com. Who's with all the images for your child's fun? Talk to them about the appropriate use of technology. Yeah, good luck with that one. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, and there's no coming back from when the teacher gets discovered. Yeah, they were doing pyono. No, thank you. No, thank you. Those some little badass kids. But those guys were even worse. Yeah, moving right along here. We break pattern and move on to another incident. Thankfully, this is a shorter incident. Don't worry, we're almost done. Yeah, don't worry, we're almost done. However, this guy almost got done. Poor thing. This is just a sad state of affairs, and you will see why. So, Bulldog bar stabbing was purely accidental. Menos showing and brandishing his knife when not brandishing. Menos just showing off his knife when a friend hugged him, police. I admit that was a little funny, but still, it's very tragic. Man accidentally stabbed his friend while showing off a knife in the parking lot of the Bulldog bar has been taken into custody, Baton Rouge police said. Yeah, if you're gonna do this is a knife jokes. Just don't do it near any. Just don't do it near anyone. Just don't do it near any rando or they will get the wrong idea. That's gonna cost you on the long run, like it almost costed that guy's poor friend. Joshua being age 34 faced a kind of negligent injuring. He was booked in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on Friday. And according to the spokesman, the BRPD spokesman, LeJean McKinney, officers responded to reports of a stabbing outside of Poplar Perkins Road just before 1:30 a.m. And after speaking with witnesses at the scene, McKinley said detectives determined that being taken out a knife to show a group of people when the victim, unaware of the weapon, to give Bean a hug. Wow. Yeah, man, he shouldn't have been taken into custody. Yeah, this was a pure accident. Bean helped render the aid at the scene, and the victim was transported to the hospital with serious injuries, McKinley said. This is everything. From what I assume, thankfully, everyone's okay. But still, it's a very sad state of affairs. Once again, if you're gonna do it, this is a knife joke, so do it safely and don't do it like that dude did. Next incident. Alright, these final 3 incidents. I gave you quite a feast for this. And this would likely be another feast before where everyone got stuffed well before the that everyone got stuffed well before the main event. Well, everyone, welcome to the main event. But first, Detective Menos will have to make a grant return. But what's going on here? Well, let's try to crack this case here. So there's been a mystery of an exploding toilet at the South Austin dental office. From what I've read ahead, and no, there weren't any grenades involved. Hopefully that tentacle monster wasn't involved either. But I bet my bottom dollar he was. In Austin, Maggie Kiffer worked at a front desk at Circle C Dental in South Austin. On Tuesday morning, the 31-year-old headed to work at open the office, which she usually does. When she arrived, Kiffer immediately recognized that something was off. There's a state of putrid smoke throughout the entire place. It burned to breathe. It was pretty scary, Keffer admitted. She and her colleagues determined that the smoke was coming from the staff bathroom in the back of the building. What they saw there shocked them. Our toilet split, she said. It was black and looking up the ceiling. The vent should have been where the vent should have been, or just a black hole. I had no answers, just a lot of questions. Good chances are it was definitely someone else trying to deal with that tentacle from back then. This was in the 2000s, no less. Toilet split, she said. Oh, I had no answers, just a lot of questions. The scene was unrecognizable. Where previously was a toilet, it became a stub. Shards of ceramic sharpened covered the bathroom floor, and close to the toilet stub, pieces of it had heated to a point where they melted in the black sludge. Thankfully, no one was injured. The Austin Fire Department came to investigate the incident. The theory was that the ceiling vent overheated, set on fire, then dropped onto the toilet seat would start to burn. The toilet, empty said, then got so hot that the ceramic bowl cracked. Or someone in that domain dropped a grenade there. My 3 years of experience, I've never seen anything like it, Lieutenant Ron Hootel said. Keffer did have another theory. She found a news story of a toilet in Oklahoma has suffered a similar fate. In this instance, a lightning bolt struck an apartment building, traveled through the exhaust vent, and exploded the toilet. No one was injured at the event either. She said the toilet explosion from Oklahoma looked eerily similar to theirs. So this sounds like... Yeah, this sounds like the thunder control at hand... Sounds like the thunder control at hand went awry. Or someone upset his maker for the last time he tried to strike him down, and that ended up happening instead. No one was injured at this event either. She said the toilet explosion from Oklahoma looked eerily similar to theirs. When asked about the chance that lightning caused the damage, Schulte said he didn't think there were any storms that day. When the AFD led to the dental office, Schulte felt pretty confident that it was the vent fan that caused the destruction. But it was definitely unusual, he said. The article meteorologist Sean Kelly looked at the weather archives the night before the toilet exploded. He didn't see a record of lightning during the time frame this happened, but there was some rain. Kelly said there could have been some lightning that wasn't detected by the radar. If lightning did strike the toilet, it could explain why some of it melted. Lightning can heat the air it passes through 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. 5 times higher than the surface of the sun, Kelly said. Because no one's ever witnessed the incident, we may never know for sure what happened to the toilet. Yeah. So in short, this will remain an unsolved mystery. Outside of one particular thing. Outside of one particular possibility of either a tentacle monster striking again or someone actually dropping a grenade and getting away with it. This is messed up all... No, it's time to smile. This is messed up all around. Oh, man. If there actually ends up being another chapter of Toilet Chronicles, I seriously hope it's this scenario instead. I seriously hope it's this scenario down in the future. The Let's Play, the entire game took place in 2008. This is definitely gonna go down the line. Or is that sequel stuff? The world may never know. Oh man. And going back to the other topic, I forgot that there was a second part. That second part has been updated ever since. So I'm gonna have to go back to those teacher crooks. As it says here, yeah, one of them got banned from OnlyFans. And it's from the fracas earlier. Yes, that former Arizona teacher made headlines after being caught with the OnlyFans account, was also booted from the website. Chloe Carlos once a teacher at the Lake Oswego Unified School District alongside her husband, but their educational careers would come to an end after the community learned that they were making pornographic content on OnlyFans to submit their income, despite their efforts to avoid being found out. Yeah, while it was for a quicker buck, yeah, they did not think, once again, they didn't think of it. They did not think of their kids at all. You're definitely getting bullied from years to come. This also makes me glad I ended up with rabbit cultists instead of what I ended there. And oh man, I almost. Oh good. I thought that messed up my mic. Thank God it didn't. I almost got caught in the mic's wire. Ugh. However, their educational careers came to an end after the community learned that the couple was making pornographic content on OnlyFans to supplement their income, despite their efforts to avoid being found out. Well, skipping ahead to this important detail, on November 13th, Peer announced on social media that her OnlyFans accounts were both deactivated and that was blocked from making any other accounts. The account remained disabled as of this report. Good. I almost called that OnlySims. Yeah, I should call it OnlySims from this point forward. NetStars reached out to OnlySims to confirm Pierre's story, but the platform has told news outlets that they did not comment on specific accounts. OnlySims terms of service that while they can give notice to content creators who are at risk of losing their accounts, the website also reserves the right to suspend and terminate accounts immediately or without prior notice. Yeah, when When something like OnlyFans notes that you've done some rank crap, you definitely did some rank crap. While website does allow some users to create pornographic material for an audience's subscription fee, this was what adult content creators can do. Yeah, streamer criminal sexual activities forbidden on the platform. With regards to content filmed in the public setting, for example, a classroom, content creators can face penalties for nudity recorded in a country where it's illegal, and if it's in an area where the public is reasonably likely to see activities being performed. Yeah, that's their violation. That's their violation for using their actual setting, their actual school setting. However, this does not include outdoor places where members of the public are not present. For example, private properties such as a private backyard, exclude areas in nature where members of the public aren't present. The terms of service said. So you're able to do someone in the forest with, and as long as you don't get caught, it's fine on OnlySimps. Unless you deal with a tantric there, then your fate is sealed. In addition to losing both her teaching job and her OnlySimps accounts, Pierce said she had continued to face backlash from both the public and her family. You're nuts from filming this in a classroom, said one commenter. Stop talking, you know it. Yeah. Pierce responded to criticism that she did not appear to show proper remorse for her actions in a follow-up statement. Hey, I'd be impressed every single day, she said. No, you don't. Not at all. That don't sound like it. Of course I'm remorseful. I miss teaching a lot. Yeah, and I'm Summer BB. Yeah, and I'm Summer BB, and I lost my way towards Menos' Grand Order account again. Former educator has since moved to another platform to create her content, appears to still be active on social media there. Ugh. So nothing was learned. Nothing was learned whatsoever. Me can't get away with everything. That was the second part I forgot. Can't believe I was not watching myself. That was that erratic. With that, we go on to the other part of the piece de resistance. These last two articles, yeah, they were this wild. We already live in a world full of insanity. I'm not sure if more insanity is the answer we need. And yes, that's a spoof reference to that. Yes, that's a spoof reference to Fight Club. In which, yeah. Let's just get into the topic. So Nosaka goes by manager accused of making the team's duel in violation of an 1889 law. Wow. Duel has been illegal since then. Wow. And there was a manager making people duel. That's messed up here. Anyway. Nosaka, 30-year-old man running a girls' bar in Nosaka was arrested on suspicion of egging two teen girls on to partake in an organized fight, which resulted in an employee's injury. Police official November 17th. Yeah. He tried to start a female fight club, and it did not end that good. Osaka Prefecture's police, Tenma State Police Station, arrested Ichi Ueno, an Osaka resident who's effectively manages the bar located in the city's Kitatsuniki Entertainment District. On 9th August 3rd, a street in the Osaka Kita Ward, he allegedly told an employee and former employee establishment where female workers would serve drinks. Hey, you should fight one-on-one. I'll prepare, please. The police alleged around 12:30 a.m. August 4th, he had the teen girls duel at the bar's affiliated establishment in Kia Ward. The employees did suffer injuries, include facial bruises. Ugh, man. Ugh, man, this would, yeah. This would be even more hilarious and great if they weren't teenagers, yeah. It had, yeah, of all places to start a fight club, this ain't it at all. That guy was definitely drunk off his own supply. Then, according to police, the employees and others that summoned for former employee who had quit the bar without notice and met her on the street. One and the others took a taxi to the affiliated establishment. The two promptly punched each other with their bare fists for 5 minutes. Yeah, nah, that was shameful. I'm sorry. A lot of implements in 1889 bans the acts of challenging others to a duel and being present during the fight. Police have not revealed whether Ueno has admitted to or denied the allegations made against him. Meanwhile, they're currently questioning the girls involved in the fight and affiliate parties who were in the establishment at the time. Unquote. Yeah. Yeah, this ain't how you do it. Not at all. Yeah, not at all. However, this isn't the only fighting related shenanigans. This last incident. Yeah, this last incident is even wackier. And even dumber than this. Yeah, this is something that even Kiryu Kazama would raise his eyebrow to. The mad dog Mishima as well. Yes, this last one is somehow even crazier than this. The final dish of this feast. So, an organized crime-linked group of 100 brawl at Tokyo's. Yes, 100 Yakuza members total. And this definitely sounds like something out of the Ryoka Gotoku series. aka the Yakuza series for those in for the English speakers here. Yes, I know I only speak English here. So police were called to a restaurant inside Tokyo's skyscraper on that Sunday after a mass brawl erupted among 100 customers who appeared to be members of a group with links to organized crime. Totally the Yakuza. Most times already left the function at booked out the whole restaurant when officers reached the modern French area on the 58th floor of the Rampmark Suite Sunshine City Tower in the capital Ikebukuro district with only a man who suffered a minor head injury and a handful of others remaining, police said. According to the investigative source, those involved in the commotion appear to be members of the Chinese Dragon, a gang comprised primarily of second and third generation descendants of Japanese orphans left behind in China, where Japan withdrew from the company at the end of World War II. Police had received information that the function was intended to celebrate a member's release from prison. And that was a huge function indeed. That guy honestly deserved the celebration. Too bad it ended up like this. The scene was littered with broken beer bottles and glasses, police said, and that they were investigating the incident as a suspected case of property damage. The restaurant clerk made an emergency call around 6:30 p.m. after the group started eating and drinking around 6 p.m. Suddenly got into a huge fight. There are no customers other than the dining party, however. Despite all of this, no staff were injured and the man found in the scene with the head injury was transported to the hospital. Thankfully, he's doing okay. So yeah, this is a giant fight of 100. A giant 5-100. Thankfully, I was put the kibosh very early, but yeah, the serious damage was already done. That guy must have definitely been important to their force. He was just out of brig. Thankfully from this, nothing else bad happened. And from this, the same guy didn't get in too much trouble. Or so I think. And with that being said, that is everything. That is everything. The entire clown segment. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it alongside me. This was fun as always. And yeah, before any of this, yeah, I better add something to this. This is just one Christmas ornament, but yeah. It's just one Christmas ornament, but yeah. Yeah, that's too huge. Yeah, that's what she said to me. Crass jokes aside, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. And yes, I can't. Oh, come on. And come on, I know I can multiply that. I know I can multiply that. Ugh. Where are you? There you are. Try to hard copy that so I can avoid it, this. No. Get rid of that one. I know it's not like Photoshop. I can't deal with it this way. I'll seriously have to. Yes, there we go. Ah, no. Still on number 2. Come on. Number 3. There we go. Yeah, this should be enough. This should definitely be enough. I can't believe I forgot to decorate this thing until here. Seriously can't believe I forgot to decorate this thing until here. But well, all's well that ends well. So yeah. Better group these garlands too. Now that's everything. Oh, now we go. Now that's it. Yeah, this was way too wild. But once again, everyone, many thanks for everything. And chat, especially thank you for the donation. You have my eternal gratitude. Please leave as of this case. Everyone, once again, thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe in case you want to see more. If you want to support me any further, there's a tip jar in the description and the link tree. And please ring any notification bells if you must, because yeah, the subbots alone, especially YouTube's, is way worse than having to deal with a 100-man brawl at some skyscraper, hoping not to get thrown out. Ugh, that's too rough. It's also more rough than losing No Nut November altogether, but still. With that, I'll see you guys next time. Be seeing ya. Yeah, I can't wait to showcase the same with the other game room. Other than that, yeah. Glad to have these decorations back too. Merry early Christmas, everyone. No, bot, not you. Not you. You can get gone. Everyone